Welcome back, jet setters and trendsetters. Welcome back to another video. I just thought I'll introduce you to young Sally. She's a toy poodle, a friend for Charlie. And I don't know where Charlie is at the moment. He's out there playing around. This one just come in, so I picked her up. It's a little girl. Must be about 20 weeks old now. But anyway, I'll just put her down. Welcome back to another video. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for signing up. All that sort of stuff. And before I forget, can you please give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe, that little bell on top, give it a tingle, and when I put another video out, you'll be able to see me come out. See it when it comes out. Right. What I am doing in this video is I still get asked, friends and family, how's it going, the video, YouTube stuff I'm doing, and what made me get going with it. And I thought, well, okay, if people are still curious to know how I got going with it, I was lucky enough, or unlucky enough, depends how you want to say it, to be interviewed by the Mount Gambier Library on their podcast, Don't Overdo It. So I was interviewed that right nearly in the beginning of my venture with doing this YouTubing stuff. And then a little bit later on, they had a adult learners week. So they interviewed me again. I was lucky enough for that to come out. Then also I've been by Mount Gambier Library, did I think it was a Facebook one to come out. So they did a video on that. And Sally's just back in the room. So I put those three things together, the two interviews and the video, and I thought I'll just put them on YouTube and let you guys see how I got started and where it's taken me at the moment. So please, thumbs up, like, subscribe, and we'll see you at the other end. And I'll see what Charlie and Sally have been up to, because it's gone very quiet. Yes, might be sleepy time. Okay.
Hello, I'm Ricky Koopman.
And I'm Danny Reid.
And this is Don't Overdo It, a podcast from the City of Mount Gambier Library.
This podcast delves into the stories of the Mount Gambier Library, from authors to innovation, programming to local history. We invite you to join in and learn about what we do here in the library and our place within the community.
Greg Buck is a Mount Gambier resident and now YouTuber who regularly releases content on his channel Dirty Socks. For viewers of his content, it may be easy to think that this is something he's been doing for a long time and the content is created with ease. However, this has not been the case. For this episode, we catch up with Greg and chat about his content, challenges of becoming a new YouTuber, and how the Mount Gambier Library has helped him on his way. First of all, where did the idea of creating a YouTube channel come from?
That goes back, my very first video came out on the 23rd of March, I think, this year. Mm-hmm. Before that, I was not in a good state, mentally. And through one of these tools I was taught to use, or shown to use, I suppose, was come down the library. What can you guys down the library show me? So I came to the library, like I said, for the first time, and I want to know how can you guys, anybody here can help me with computer. And they just sat back and rolled their eyes. No.
Oh, no, don't say that. My manager's got to hear this.
No. No, as on the contrary. They said, yes, what sort of troubles you're having? I said, where's the on button? I said, yes, no. No worries, come on in and we can sort you out, and that you have.
Yep.
So I dare say, to answer your question, back when I was going through a bit of a hard spot, you were one of the tools in the cupboard, and I hadn't been in here until I started doing it, and I had no idea the services what you had out there. So I take my hat off.
And at that stage, I had no idea that you were looking at creating a YouTube channel. But I think at that stage, you already had a GoPro, didn't you? You had a GoPro, you had the drone.
Yeah, when I've first shown what the library can do, I thought, well, I don't mind mucking around with films, cameras, taking photos of this and taking photos of that. So I went down and bought myself a GoPro, and I thought this is really, really good. It's only the step, that's the easy part.
Yep.
Then I got the drone, another small step, but that's the easy part. Putting it all together was a bit of a challenge, but many hours, maybe to the wife's disgust, sitting in front of the computer all this time.
Yeah.
But she enjoys even watching me do it.
Yep.
She may be learning a bit herself.
So, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, I'm just remembering something that somebody told me once when I had all the fishing equipment but couldn't catch a fish, and they said, you've got all the gear but no idea. Would that be fair that you had the equipment but just learning how to use it was the next thing?
Yes, and I totally agree with got the gear but don't know how to use the gear. So it's so true.
Yep.
I had the stuff, but the stepping stone for me was if I buy these items, it's going to cost a couple of grand, so I'm not going to take that lightly. So I'm just going to sit down and do it.
Once I realised, once we had a bit of a chat and you were talking about editing videos, the next challenge was finding a piece of software, a video editor, and it was buy this free trial, give us $60 a month. It was all sort of that sort of thing. That was a challenging part.
Oh, challenging, all right. Like you said, at the very beginning of doing this, before buying too much, they said you can edit your videos through what's on your computer at the moment.
Yep.
And I went down that line. I think, yes, you beauty. So that's when I did buy the first camera. So I went down there. It's fine. It's great. But then I had to do an upgrade. And on that upgrade, Microsoft said, this is not going to happen anymore.
Yep.
And they changed it.
Yeah.
So that's when I come in here, Ricky, help me. Because I was very, very, I know you can't see this, but I was that close to throwing it in.
So we settled, I say we, it wasn't really my decision, but we found one, DaVinci Resolve. And at the time we looked at it, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's a bit of hesitation first saying, gee, this seems pretty complicated, because at that stage you want to just edit your videos and chuck them on. Was that right? That you at the start you were a bit hesitant or concerned?
In DaVinci, on what you said there before, just DaVinci alone is really complex.
Yep. And complex is almost not a strong enough word, because you read online, high budget Hollywood movies have been made using
DaVinci.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So when you're thinking as just a small time, just starting up a channel, all the tools you're seeing on the screen can be maybe not daunting. I can't think of the word now, but
it is daunting. Because when I first opened up what's in the computer, I thought, yes, okay, I knew where all the timelines are and all that type of stuff. That was great. But as soon as because that went, they weren't going to upgrade it. I wasn't allowed to use it. Everything had watermarks through it. Then I got into DaVinci. If I didn't have the background on in the computer, if I didn't have that little bit of knowledge there, I would have been saying I've had enough.
So obviously you had the video editing, and that can be as big or as small as you like. You can just whack a video together and upload it. But now with you using DaVinci, all those tools that you're perhaps unaware of, are sort of adding quality to your videos, because you're doing transitions, you're doing fade outs, you're doing all that sort of stuff. So you got that, but you've also got the music side of things and accessing royalty-free music. Was that something that you hadn't thought about?
Yes and no. I thought when I first got into it with what was on in the computer for do the editing, I thought all the music or the tunes are in there. Well, actually, I didn't really think of tunes or music at that time. But as you sit back and watch other clips or other channels, they use a lot of music. So then I start hunting for it and royalty free, and I just don't want to go down that line of having to pay
No.
somebody for it. Just too much of a problem.
I guess another part which you may not have thought of is the sort of the graphic design sort of thing, as far as things like thumbnails, just something as simple as thumbnails on YouTube. So you're using Canva now?
Canva is a fantastic tool. I'm learning a lot. Sometimes a bit hard for my eye and my brain to work out what comes up on the screen to say what I can put there, and what's going to click and slide. It's fantastic. Works every time.
And again, for those who aren't aware of Canva, that is, they offer a free subscription.
Yes.
And for the majority of which you can all sorts of things, whether that be graphics for thumbnails, for videos, for posters, anything you think of, and they've got a lot of templates, got a lot of graphics which you can access all for free.
Yes.
So
it's a fantastic tool.
Now you've been brave enough to go that step further and going down the track of promoting your content on social media with Facebook. Yeah. Facebook's an interesting world at the best of times. So was that something you were hesitant in learning?
This is going to sound really strange, but before this, many years ago, I was very, very private. And Facebook, they're doing this sort of thing. So I started up a Facebook page, and within a couple of months I was a bit sick of it, so I left it behind.
Yep.
But I've learnt to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm using it as a tool,
mm-hmm.
Just a different tool,
a
way to use it. I've been shown how to do it, which is a big stepping stone for me, or being shown how to do it, thanks to you.
I want to get to the name, Dirty Socks, because when you were looking at starting the channel, correct me if I'm wrong, but you were thinking of the title Bucky on Tour. Was that right?
That's right, correct.
So where did Dirty Socks come from?
Little poodles at the time, Charlie and Marley, and I'd take my socks off of a night time, and then they would build up and down the passageway with these dirty socks. And at that same time, you and I are thrown away around another old nickname I had was Louie.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was thinking of that, and the wife came up with one, and next minute, Charlie or Marley or both of them built up the passageway with this pair of dirty socks. And the wife said, "There's Charlie with your pair of dirty socks." I said, "That's it." Yep. So I come back here, and that was it.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you were to explain to somebody what your channel is, how do you describe the content on it?
Content on what I do is everyday life.
One of the types of videos that I enjoy every time I see you posted something new is a type of video you've titled Kicked Out of the House. So I think this is when the wife gets sick of you hanging around. She suggests perhaps it's time to head out for a bit.
That come about for real. I was just mucking around, and she said, "Time you get on your bike and go for a ride." I'm getting out of the house. Got my clobber on. For a ride. That's any excuse as good as any. Here we go. And it's starting to rain. Well, quite frankly, I don't care. And I thought, this is a good thing.
Yep.
And so I went down, had the very first taste test, the hamburger, at the Roadhouse in Nelson. Feed of fish and chips. So let's just do the taste test right before we go. Yeah, it's still warm. It's not crunchy. I do like that. He's given me 2 pieces of fish and a full box of chips. And I enjoyed it. I thought, this is okay. So I went back home a couple of weeks later. I said, "God, hey, Miss O, you're cooking." And I can't remember what else she said. I said, then she turned and told me, she said, it's about time you got back on your bike. Starts working, people. You get told to leave the house. You just do it for an hour, come back and kiss and make up. It's great.
But I guess the secret there is pretend you had a really terrible time and you missed her.
Yes.
Because you don't want to follow her on along the next time.
It's like I said on the end of number 2. She gets the gift of this. She'll want to come with, so that'll bugger all this up.
That's right. Yeah. So just a bit of background on those videos. Like you said, you get kicked out of the house, jump on your bike, and off you go. You don't know where you're going.
I have no idea. Well, Jet Setters, that's about it. That's where I'll end this video. And we'll hope to see you in the near future, or you'll see me in the near future, and I'll put some other stuff together and see what we come up with. So please, thumbs up, like and subscribe, and keep on.